Good evening, folks. We are here at Westside High School as the Westside Warriors are going to go against the Lincoln Southeast Knights, number 6, number 8, top 10 matchup. Warriors, after a big win last night up against Benson, looking to continue it tonight. Looking at that last game, looking at the standings overall in the NEB Preps Coaches Poll coming into this week, we saw Millard North at number 1 like usual. Would be surprising to see them move down other than maybe up against these guys. Bell West, number 2. At number 3, Prep. A very likely opponent going into the Metro Conference Tournament possibly next week if the boys win in their first round. Then at 4th ranked going at Omaha Central. At 5, Papio South. At 6, the well-known Westside Warriors. At 7, Lincoln Pius. At 8, Lincoln Southeast. At 9, Lincoln North Star. And then squeaking in at number 10, Millard West. Has been out of the top 10 for a while now, has been coming back into this one. So when we have that, when we're looking at that one there, we're seeing both Pius Southeast as well as North Star starting off their weekends. Lincoln Southeast last night lost going up against Lincoln Southwest, The hard loss for them, 72-66. 23 points, over 20 points by 2 Southwest offenders last night. Both Bonner and Huziker, 23 and 20 respectively. A 26-point fourth quarter last night for Lincoln Southwest. Then we see Westside last night going up against a Benson, an easy blowout win for them. 22-5 in that first quarter. It's the biggest lead after the first quarter the Warriors have had since the 2017-18 inaugural game up against Lincoln Northeast when they're also up by 17 ending that first quarter. And the Warriors this season have really been working on their fast tempo. They're really a guard-heavy team, but we've seen some guys work some other opportunities, and the height advantage has not been there for a lot of games, but they're able to work with their physical and high-tempo ability. So, the one guy we've seen with the height, especially with a big game last night, 16 points last night, Tate Advati, 16 points last night. In the last weekend, 38 points, 21 rebounds, and 7 assists after a really slow first couple of games for Advati, coming here from Elkhorn South as a transfer, of course, as a sophomore. We see him warming up here tonight. Advati, a really slow start of the season like we managed, and then last week and a half has just been outstanding for this Warriors team. Has been doing really good in the paint up against some of the best tall men's in the Class A this season. Guys only 6'4", especially going up against some 6'6", 6'7" guys that we've been seeing this past year or so. And Advati has really been able to keep himself in those games, give himself a lot of jump shots. Has been a big piece to this Warriors offense. The other guy we saw this past weekend, Chandler Meeks, this past weekend had a little bit of slower game last night, only 2 points, but last week up against Norfolk and Omaha North, Meeks able to keep himself back to the offensive side of the ball. Has been mainly a defensive specialist to start off this season. 35 points, 19 rebounds, and another 10 assists up against Omaha North and Norfolk last week. And he's looking to continue himself so far this year. Warriors overall have really been putting it on a lot of their slower teams. Had a really slow game up against Millard North, which was really one of their downfalls, even though they were up by 7 heading into just about a minute over in the half left in that first half up against Millard North. And the Warriors, a really young core who's got a lot of experience up with the guys with Meeks and Thomas, Payson Gillespie and Dominic Rizek also working a little bit this past season as more of an experienced guys. But overall, this group is really young with a lot of guys with heart and potential. And I was talking to Simons going into this game. He really wants to push the tempo. He really wants to push that height disadvantage, as Lincoln Southeast is one of the tallest teams in the state. And he really wants to work the tempo overall, work it around the perimeter, and push it the best they can and give themselves open shots. So with that, we're about 11 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get down to the Metro Conference Tournament heading up next week, and then we'll get into our starting 5 before tip. We'll be right back. And we're back here inside Westside High School. Warriors Knights to start it off here in about 6 minutes. And we're going to look at the Metro Conference Tournament heading into next week. After the game here tonight, Warriors will go up against Omaha Bryan, the 1-4 11 seed going into the Omaha Metro Conference Tournament. On the other side of that bracket, Creighton Prep going up against Omaha North. We saw Omaha North last week, a pretty scrappy team overall. Creighton Prep's had a really good season, has had some miscues here and there up against some top teams in Millard West and some other teams these last couple of weeks. But Westside, if a win up against Omaha Bryan, could go up against Creighton Prep for the first time in the Metro Conference Tournament in over 5 years. As odd as that sounds, as big as this rivalry is, it would be, of course, at Creighton Prep, unlike Ralston Arena that we've seen in recent years. And one of the best rivalries we could see in a holiday tournament could be on CPTV. We'd be able to watch that one over there. Possibly a great event going into the semifinals. Winner could possibly play Bell West or one of the top teams over on that side of the bracket. And Warriors trying to continue their streak of some wins. They have really struggled the last few years going into the Metro Conference Tournament. Have not been the fee that they need so far this year. These past couple of years, they haven't been what they needed to be. Looking at the starting five for tonight for the Warriors, they're going to start off with Dominic Rezag at the point guard position. At the shooting guard position, we're going to see Chandler Meeks. Then at the other shooting guard position, we're going to see Payson Gillespie. Then at short stature comparatively, we're going to see Reggie Thomas playing the forward position, power forward for the Warriors. And then Tate Odvadi going to be at the shooting guard position, or excuse me, shooting forward position for the Warriors tonight. Going to be a great matchup on the Lincoln Southwest side of the ball. We're going to see number 3, Derek Branch, number 4, McGinnis Schneider, number 24, Jake Applegate, number 32, Ajante Hogan, and then number 34, Barrett France. The main guy to see for Lincoln Southeast tonight, Ajante Hogan. Last season, 18.1 points per game, had a 49% field goal percentage, 5.6 rebounds, and 2.2 assists, and had a 67% free throw percentage, which is top third in the state. And he's really been this offensive prowess for these Knights. Last year, when these two teams matched up on February 21st, Warriors took down Lincoln Southeast 65-46 in that one. A really big second half for the Warriors, which was somewhat uncharacteristic for that team last season. So looking at last night for both these teams, I mean, Lincoln Southwest, of course, was able to take down Lincoln Southeast in a really big win for them. And the Warriors, of course, a really big win going up against Benson, trying to keep their season going and trying to show that they are truly a contender in this one. Both these teams, top 10 teams coming into the season, and they're looking to stay that way. We're going to take a quick break here on Warrior Television. We're about 4 minutes away from tip-off as the Warriors and Knights go toe-to-toe.
Southeast Nuts. Westside High School and Nebraska School Activities Association promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, sexist, or other intimidating comments or actions directed at the officials, students, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. Thank you for your cooperation and good luck to both teams. We'll meet the starting lineups. First, the Knights from Lincoln Southeast. Starting guard, 6'3" number 3, Chris Fletch. Another guard, 6'1", senior number 4, McKenna Schmidt. At 4, 6'5", junior number 24, Jake Hamilton. 6'5" forward, senior number 32, Deshaun Hogan. And at 4, 6'3", senior number 34, Philip France. The Knights are coached by head coach Joey Warren.
Going to be Advertiser and Applegate for the tip. And it'll be a jump ball to start off. Arrow is at the Warriors, and they'll keep the jump ball once again. It would be DeJounte Hogan as well as Reggie Thomas. A little bit of a height difference on this one. Thomas does have the hops to do it. And it'll go the Knights' way. Schneider will give it off to France. France going to work on Advati tonight. Some big boys up in the paint. Schneider going to give it off to the outside to Hogan. Excuse me, Applegate. Going to try to drive in on Chandler Meeks. Going to dish it back out. He's trying to drive in on Hogan. Layup up and no good. Going to go to Chandler Meeks. He'll slow it down, bring it back up for the Warriors. Chandler Meeks, like we were saying, just an offensive burst this last week and really been trying to get himself back into this season. Advati trying to work in, making sure he's got the switch. And layup is up and no good. Long pass goes out of bounds with 7:16 left to go. That'll change that 7:14. And it'll be back for the Warriors. Chandler Meeks will bring it in. And we'll give it off to Payson Gillespie. Gillespie really been the main three-point shooter for the Warriors so far this season. Advati going to work it around. Over to Thomas, over to Meeks. Meeks trying to work it back around. See if he can find a cut. Over to Gillespie. Warriors really trying to work around the perimeter. Going to kick it back out to Dominic Reeves. Looking for the three. No good. And ball will go out of bounds. We've got our cameraman over there, got hit with the ball on the sideline, if you guys saw that one. Schneider will bring it up. Gonna move it back around. Lincoln Southeast this season, of course, had 66 points in last night's loss. 35 rebounds overall and shot 41% from field goal. And the ball's gonna go in the other way. And it'll be a foul. First foul of the night. Thomas will start it off. Give it off to Meeks. Odd body, gonna try to drive in. To cut off to Rezak. Gillespie trying to work on Hogan a little bit. And it'll be a travel. And the ball will go the other way. Turnovers back and forth, and Southeast will have the ball still at goose egg on both sides. Schneider working on Chandler Meeks, will lose the ball. Meeks, easy opportunity, will lay it up and in. And that'll be the first points of the night for Chandler Meeks. Schneider still trying to do something. Meeks, one of the best defenders in the state. And another turnover. Thomas trying to get onto it, and Southeast will get the ball back. Hogan trying to drive in, two-step up, no good. Rebound will go over to Applegate, over in the corner, good! Jonte Hogan with the three. Hogan, 23 points last night up against Lincoln Southwest. And like we've been saying, he's really been the main offensive piece for these Knights this season. Oddbody in the corner, looking to drive in. Nowhere to go, gonna give it out to Rezak. Thomas at the top of the key, over to Gillespie. Gonna line up and we'll get fouled. Possibly had Rezak in the corner with an open three. Gillespie try to go into the lane, and we'll get two shots. France with the foul. 6'3" France was not a starter, did not even play for Lincoln Southeast last season, or their varsity squad, Gillespie's second shot is up and good, and it's a 1-point lead for the Warriors. But he's really been that physical presence that they've needed this season as he'll check out. David Yagub will check into the ball game. And Schneider will bring the ball back up, working on Meeks. Trying to spin it around, looking for the floater. It's up and no good. Rebound will go to Meeks. Fast break on the other end. Cutting it out to Benson Gillespie. 4-3, no good. Rebound still on the floor. Rezak's gonna get it. Oddbody looking for the rebound or second shot opportunity. It's good. Oddbody's first points of the night. That's where he's really been good this past season. Little jump shots, little floaters, been good on second chance opportunities as well. Gonna cut it out to the corner for Applegate. Three opportunity, no good. And there'll be a foul on the Knights. Meeks gonna kick it out to Rezak. Oddbody. The Warriors have really been working around the perimeter all season. They're a really quick team guard-wise, and they'll call a travel on Payson Gillespie. 4:19 left to go here in this first quarter. It's been a slow offensive night, but both these teams have been known for their strong defense. Schneider has really been stopped down by Chandler Meeks so far tonight. Applegate trying to work on him. Layup's no good. Rebound still on the floor, and it'll go to the Warriors' way. Gillespie, good choice to slow it down. Both sides are a little bit off. Meeks trying to drive into the lane. Layup, no good. Go back the other way. Schneider gonna kick it out to Hogan, and he'll look up for the layup. And beautiful move by Hogan to go in. They'll call another travel, back-to-back costly turnovers for the Warriors, and we'll see Caleb Benning check into the ball game for Rezak. Benning this season, like we've seen here tonight, has really been one of the six man. He's averaged 4 points a game, as well as 3 rebounds. And he gets a steal right there. Benning gonna start it off, one of the top-rated freshmen in the state, and 3 straight travels for the Warriors, and Simons is fed up. 3:25 left to go here in this first quarter. It's been back and forth for these two teams. Costly turnovers have really not allowed the Warriors to get some good opportunities. Applegate trying to work on Benning. Big height difference here, might want to see a switch. Corey Kruger almost had a travel call, but the shot is no good. Payson Gillespie will bring the ball back up court. Advati trying to drive in on Hogan. Gonna cut out to Payson Gillespie. Benning wanted the three, won't get it, and the ball will go out of bounds. CJ Mitchell will check in the ball game for Chandler Meeks. And CJ, we saw it a little bit in that JV game. Another freshman on this team, a really young core. Gillespie trying to work around Kruger, and he's gonna give it off to Thomas. Mitchell trying to drive around, couldn't find a lane. Gonna give it off to Thomas. Thomas driving in, looking for the layup, and fouled. Went up for the shot, and we fouled by David Yagub. And Thomas will get 2 shots. Thomas so far this season at the free throw line, been doing somewhat respectable, 65%. And his first shot is no good. Second shot is good, 7-5 in favor of the Warriors with just under 2.5 left to go. Schneider trying to work on Mitchell. Gonna cut it out the outside of Kruger, and another travel back and forth. These two teams that went on the turnovers. And both Coach Simons and Coach Warning not be happy with the costly turnovers these guys have had so far in this one. Still a 2-point ball game, but neither team has really been able to find any separation. Warriors working around the perimeter once again, trying to see if they can get any open lanes. Advati the left wing, trying to drive in, can't see the jumper. Thomas trying to look for something. Great defense from the Knights here on this possession. Well, they haven't been able to get the Warriors any opportunities. Advati trying to drive in, trying to lay up, jumper, good. Advati, that's what you need to do right there, buddy. 4 points. You've been bodying up in that paint. Schneider trying to work on Mitchell, gonna cut it out to Kruger, 4-3, and it's good. Corey Kruger, first points of the night. And it's back to a 1-point ball game. Payson Gillespie trying to say it back, and it's good. Payson Gillespie, you can do one, I can do better, and he's got 5 points on the night. Applegate almost had another travel call against him. Schneider trying to work in, and he'll fall. And they'll call that timeout. Joey Warning with his first time out of the night for the Knights. 1:03 left to go here in this first quarter. We're going to take a quick break here on Warrior Television. We got more great matchup Warriors-Knights when we come back. And we're back, 1:03 left to go here in this first quarter. Knights trying to get back in this one. Schneider trying to work on Benning at the top of the key. Going to cut it out to Applegate. Working on Charlie Davis, who just checked in. And there'll be a foul. We'll see who it's on. And it's Charlie Davis' first of the night as he checks in. Same with Logan Wilson checking in the ballgame and Chandler Meeks. Really have about 9 guys that have been able to get consistent playing time as Schneider's shot is up and good so far this season. Under 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Warriors trying to see if they can get a shot. Benning almost had a great move in the corner. Going to go to Logan Wilson. Benning's trying to drive in, going to kick it out to Charlie Davis. Meeks at the top of the key. Looks like the Warriors want the final shot here in the first quarter. Meeks is going to try to move it. Meeks been such a big leader for the Warriors this season, working under 9 seconds. Meeks driving in, layup up, and good! What a great play by Meeks. As Schneider looking for the final shot in the half, and it's good! McGinnis Schneider, 3 to end off the first quarter. And it's 14-13 in favor of the Warriors at the end of the first quarter. 14-13 in favor of the Warriors here to start off the second quarter. Warriors a strong first quarter, both sides really working back and forth. Gonna be 14-13. And Thomas will start off with the ball for the Warriors. They're working back and forth. Possession arrow goes to the Knights to start off here in the second quarter. And gonna be a foul in the paint. Looks like it's gonna be number 22, Wade Voss. Voss in 2019, 0.5 points, 37% field goal percentage with 0.8 rebounds. The Warriors trying to work it back. Gonna get over to Reggie Thomas, looking for 3, off the back iron, no good. Tip will go to Chandler Meeks, second attempt, no good, rebound, and there'll be a foul. 2 different opportunities to put it back up and in. As number 32, Barrett France checks back into the ballgame for Lincoln Southeast. And the Knights will start it off. Hogan trying to find a cut. Gonna go to Schneider at the top of the key, working on Davis, and he puts it in. Working on Charlie Davis, puts it up and in for an easy 2 points, and they're up by 1. Logan Wilson gonna kick it out to Chandler Meeks. The defense so far tonight of the Knights has been probably the best the Warriors have seen all season. Gonna kick it out to Dominic Rizak. He's gonna try to drive in. Logan Wilson for 3, no good. Second chance, and there's a foul. Looks like it was Schneider trying to reach over Meeks on the foul. And it's a second, we'll call it the 6th of the night for Southeast as Payson Gillespie checks in the ballgame for Charlie Davis. And like we saw on that last one, it's really been a hard thing for them. Payson Gillespie. Thomas trying to drive in. They kick out to Gillespie over to Wilson. Looks like Gillespie falls. Not sure what that was on. Gonna give it over to Thomas. He's gonna try to drive in on France. He doesn't have the chance. Sorry for the clock issues. We've got 6:30 left to go here in this second quarter. Defense for the Knights have been good. Thomas's three is no good. 6:22 left to go here in this second quarter. Trying to work it down. Cross court pass to the corner. Kruger almost had an opportunity, didn't want it. And a dead ball. Schneider with a three, and it's good. McGinnis Schneider, what an offensive night he has had. And the Warriors are down 4. Rezak will try to get to the top of the key, over to Meeks. He's going to try to drive in with a switch. And they'll call a moving screen. Get the clock set up correctly. Sorry we got that one wrong up here. Gonna be 5:44 left to go here in this first half. And foul's finally called. It's going to be on number 23, Dominic Rezak, for that moving screen. The Warriors' third of the night. And it'll be back to the Warriors' way. Oddbody and Benning step back into the ball game for the Warriors as Meeks works on Schneider. Layup from Applegate is up and good. It's a 6-point lead for the Knights. And a really slow first half so far offensively for the Warriors. For the Knights, what a defensive effort they've had here in this first half. Trying to find a travel. Refs don't see it. Caleb Benning going to kick it out to Thomas. Thomas is going to drive in, over to Benning in the corner. Long three, no good, and there's a foul on the floor from Schneider. Thomas trying to box out. Schneider trying to do a little bit too much, and it's the second foul of the night. We're going to see Schneider step out of the ballgame for Derek Branch. And Schneider, we saw last season, 9.4 points a game on average. Had a little bit of a low field goal percentage in 39%, but had a lot of opportunities at the offensive side of the ball. Thomas's shot is up and no good, and it'll go back the Knights' way. Hogan trying to work on Thomas. Under 5 minutes left to go here at Westside High School in the second quarter. Applegate trying to drive in on Benning. Layup up and good and forceful. And Simons doesn't like any of that. It's going to call a timeout. Second quarter of action here at Westside High School. Lincoln Southeast with some momentum. 4:48 left to go here. Second quarter of action. 4:45 left to go here in this second quarter. Warriors need to get back in this one. Slow offensive output. Knights defense has been stellar so far tonight. Gillespie trying to work on Kruger. Over to Benning in the left corner. Oddbody. A little bit of a slow night after a really big night. Payson Gillespie, long three. Oh my goodness. Payson Gillespie in his face. And it's in. Makes it a 5-point game. Branch trying to find it over to Hogan. Hogan trying to find something, not too much of a switch. Reverse layup, beautiful up and in. Working on three guys, Hogan puts it down. Oddbody over to Meeks at the right wing. He's going to try to drive in. Jumper. And rings up and no good. And Hogan will bring the ball back up. Looking for a possible cross-court pass. Will try to drive in and won't get the and one. Be a foul on Reggie Thomas. Of course, the Warriors, sorry if I got to check this early, Warriors are in the bonus with Southeast's 7th foul on that last 2 possessions ago. Warriors' 4th foul right there, first from Reggie Thomas. Hogan's free throw percentage in 2019, look at 66%. Had a really good season. It's where the Knights' leading piece of offense. And his second shot is up and good. Wade Voss will check into the ball game for Barrett France. The Warriors down 9 with 3:43 left to go. Are gonna need something quick. Gillespie gonna kick it out to Chandler Meeks. Will be another travel. Turnovers have really hurt the Warriors so far tonight. Hogan trying to drive in on 2 defenders, loses the ball, no control. It's gonna go back the other way for the Warriors. Advati trying to find a fast break. Long 3, no good from Payson Gillespie. Another fast one out the other way. Derek Branch blocked by Payson Gillespie. Second chance opportunity, and ball will go out of bounds. We'll see who it's off of. And it's out to Caleb Benning. But what a move by Payson Gillespie. Short on the 3 attempt, comes back on the fast break and gets a great block as Jake Applegate comes to the ball game for David Yagub. Hare passes it in to number 22, Wade Voss. He's trying to work on Tate Advati. Hogan, jumper, no good off the back iron. Rebound to the Warriors' way. Reggie Thomas gonna slow it down. Gillespie trying to drive in, and they'll call a foul on the floor. Looks like it'll go up against the number 11, Sam Hare. 8th foul of the half for Southeast as the U comes back into the ball game for Wade Voss. And Gillespie's first shot is up and good. It's an 8-point ball game. Lincoln Southeast trying to drive something here. 7-point lead with just about 2.5 minutes left to go. And Coach Wording wants a timeout. Second of the half for the Knights. And Warriors down 7 with 2.5 to go. They're gonna really need to push the tempo and really go back to their normal game plan that we've seen all season. The Knights, I mean, you got to talk about them here tonight. They've really just had a really stellar defensive game. I mean, both teams have been doing really well on the defensive side of the ball. It's really their game plan so far this season. When we've talked to Simons these last 2 weeks, the defense is really their bread and butter. But their speed is something that they also want to continue up against some of these top teams. Warriors this season going up against Lincoln Southeast is their second top 10 matchup. Of course, their first going up against Miller North 2 weeks ago. Almost was making it interesting in that first half, but a 54-12 run, excuse me, 52-12 run allowed Miller North to get a good lead in that one, and Warriors never able to come back. Applegate gonna kick it out to Yagub in the corner for 3, and it's good. Swishes it home. It's a 10-point lead for the Knights. Meeks trying to drive in. Warriors need something. And shot's no good. Advati, they get the ball back and go over to Thomas. Meeks, open 3 in the corner. No good. We go back the Knights' way. Really not great throw going over to Benning, and another turnover. What a jump by Kruger. Wide open three for Hogan, and it's off the mark, no good. And there'll be a foul on Hogan. Defensive setup, not what they wanted for the Warriors on that one. I mean, Thomas was trying to put a little bit of pressure at the left wing, and Hogan was wide open in the corner. Mitchell's going to come into the ballgame for Chandler Meeks as number 12, Laz Hundley, comes into the ballgame for Hogan. Warriors one foul away from getting themselves into the double bonus. Basically, Leslie's first shot is no good. It's not what you want to have, especially coming into crunch time here in the second quarter. Applegate trying to work on Advati, driving into the lane, and it'll be a foul. And they'll put it on Advati. Pass is going to be tipped, and the ball will go out of bounds. Bad pass, going to go the Warriors' way. What a tip by Thomas. Thomas going to drive in, layup, no good. And there'll be another foul on Reggie Thomas. Maybe getting into some foul trouble here early. His second foul of the night. Looks like Chandler Meeks will check back in. Meeks will come out. Excuse me, Thomas will come out. And Yagub will give it off to Branch with just over a minute left to go. Kruger trying to work on Meeks, nothing going. And try to find a switch, looking for the cut from Branch. There's gonna be a foul on the floor. Simons looked like it possibly would have been a travel. But Southeast enters the bonus with 51 seconds left to go. And Branch's first shot is up and good. Branch last season, 61% from the free throw line. And the second shot is up and no good. Meeks will bring the ball back up court, over to Caleb Benning. Warriors need a big shot before half, especially down 11. CJ Mitchell going to give it over to Thomas. Knights defense has been stellar so far tonight. CJ Mitchell trying to drive in, cut out to Benning. Looking for it, you're going to dish it out to Payson Gillespie. Wide open three, and it's out the mark, no good. Rebound. It's going to be a foul on Chandler Meeks. Looks like they had him on the push. I didn't see anything there. Well, 23 seconds left to go. Kruger's going to get a 1-and-1. Simon's not happy with that one. Talking with the official. Meeks is not the player, nor really look to be over the top of Kruger. The free throw is missed nonetheless, and the Warriors will look for one final shot. Meeks gonna drive in, open lane, and one! Chandler Meeks, 6 seconds left to go. Put the team on your back. Meeks going to get the chance for an and-one opportunity. That's exactly the momentum these Warriors needed going into half. And his shot is up and good. As Sam Hare checks into the ball game. As Hundley checks out. 5.7 seconds left to go. Still time for one final shot. Branch trying to drive in on CJ Mitchell. They give it off to Kruger, looking for a three, and it's no good. That ends the first half of action as the Warriors, number 6, and the Knights, number 8, finish it off here in this first quarter, 32-22. Payson Gillespie leads the night for the Warriors with 14 points. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back here, we're going to see our Dunkin Trivia Question of the night for the Warriors and see more second half action. And now, as we head just about a minute away from the start of the third quarter, we're going to look at our Dunkin Trivia question of the game. Once again, correct answer with hashtag Dunkin Trivia on Twitter. We'll get you a $10 gift card to Dunkin Donuts in the metro area. For back-to-back years, 2019 and 2020, the varsity boys basketball team has made the state tournament. Before these past 2 years, when was the last time these Warriors went to the state tournament in back-to-back years? As good as this program has been these last few years, it's been a while since back-to-back years the team has been to the state tournament. Again, hashtag Dunkin Trivia on Twitter with the correct answer. $10 gift card. We'll give it to you as we get back to the start of the third quarter. Warriors down 8 going up against the Knights. The Knights defense has just been a huge force for them. Hogan, layup no good, loses the ball. Ball's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be 49 seconds left to go. 7:49. Schneider going to give it off to France. Hogan, jumper is good, makes it look easy. And Hogan's been a big part of this offense for the Warriors. Pacey Gillespie at the wing, going to give it off to Meeks. Thomas, Advati. Warriors this season really been needing it. Oh my goodness. Ankles are gone. Rezak 3, no good. I wish I had something better to say on that one, but what a move by Chandler Meeks, although no good. And the and one, redemption back and forth from Barrett France. And one opportunity would make it a 13-point game in favor of the Knights, but it's no good. Pacing Gillespie will give it off to Thomas. Chandler Meeks trying to drive in and cut it out to Reggie Thomas. Long three, up and no good. And a rebound will go to France. Schneider, open three, back iron, no good. He's really struggled from the three-point percentage, only 27% last season. Meeks and drive in, almost had another snatch at ankles. In three for Payson Gillespie. Once again, Payson Gillespie puts it through. 3 threes on the night. Back on defense for the Warriors. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll stay to the Knights. Warriors have cut it to a 9-point deficit after a really slow second quarter. We're going to see Hogan check out of the ball game, and Kruger will check back in. Ball's going to go to France. Applegate trying to get the corner, wide open three for Kruger, and it's good. Gillespie in the corner. Kruger trying to give him not as much space. Advati going to try to drive into the lane. Trying to find something to go. Still going to stay with Warriors ball. Meeks, top of the key. Thomas. Over to Rezak in the corner. He's going to try to look for something. Defense has been one of the best parts of this team this season. Meeks thought about a three, won't go for it. Drive in and will force a foul. And with 5:55 left to go. Ball's going to go back to the Knights' way. get it back checked up here. 5:26 left to go here in this third quarter. Layup's going to be up and good. They're changing the clock up real quick. 5:19. Meeks at their left wing, going to try to drive in. Thomas. And is going to force a foul on the floor with 5:02 left to go. Warriors really been struggling here, down 14. Logan Wilson will check into the ball game as well as David Yagub. As Schneider has his third foul of the afternoon. Thomas going to cut it out to Meeks. Meeks working on Yagub. Turnover. And it'll be a jump ball. And it'll stay to the Warriors with the arrow. Thomas, long pass. Kruger had a step on it. Gonna go to Gillespie. Wilson trying to drive in, trying to keep it, handle the ball, gonna pass off to Gillespie. Meeks. Looking for a layup jumper, and it's no good. Meeks has really struggled from the mid-range here tonight. Applegate trying to make a move on Meeks, gonna cut it out to Branch. Layup blocked by Chandler. Meeks. Ball's gonna go the other way. Gillespie, step back three. No good. After a really strong first quarter, Gillespie has struggled from that three-point line here in the second half. Branch gonna switch up on Gillespie. And try to drive in. And they cut it out to the corner. Hogan loses the ball, goes out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Warriors. Davis gonna cut it out to Tommy. So he's gonna try to drive in, look for a layup, and will get fouled. Thomas gonna shoot two. And his first shot's no good. That's really the point where this team has struggled so far this season in crunch time. Thomas is 65% free throw shooter. And his second shot is good. Makes it a 13-point ball game. Press for the Warriors. Looking on strong defense. Gillespie trying to get the ball from Yagub. And Warner's going to have to call a timeout. 3:35 left to go here in this third quarter. Warriors and Knights going back and forth. We're going to be right back. We're back here at Westside High School. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They'll stay to the Knights. Long pass, going to make a turnover, make a jump ball. It'll stay the Knights' way. Kruger. Got to give it off to Yagub. Warriors really need a strong defensive stand, and that ain't going to do it. Hogan puts it in. Makes it 41-26. 15-point lead for the Knights. And the Warriors going to need something desperate here in the second half to get back in this one. Meeks looking for a three open, and it's good. Chandler Meeks once again puts it in. Warriors within 12. Hogan. They kick it out to Kruger. Surprise, no traveling there. Meeks is trying to work on him. They're going to call a foul on him. Had to reach in. Might have been a little bit of a ticky-tack one there, but nonetheless, it's Meeks' second of the night. Caleb Benning will check into the ball game for Payson Gillespie. Long pass, almost errant. Ball still on the floor. Meeks going to try to go for it. He falls on it, and it's going to stay Warrior ball. No, it won't. They're going to call a foul on Chandler Meeks. No. Just no. I don't care what you say. Just no. That's not a foul. Meeks diving for the ball. Both players going after it. Meeks is third of the night. That's a hustle play, if any. Ball's going to go the Knights' way. Warriors going to work in the full court press. Long pass. Applegate's going to try to keep it, bring it back up court, working on Advati. Speed working past him, still trying to drive in. No travel called. The ball's going to go back the other way. CJ Mitchell. Wide open three. Money! CJ Mitchell, the freshman, brings the Warriors within 9. Momentum working for the Warriors' way is exactly what they needed here in the third quarter. Still a lot of time to go. Southeast's defense or offense is slugging them down. Gonna kick it out of the corner. Yagub looking for three. Money. Looked easy from Yagub. And Southeast is gonna call a timeout. Their fourth timeout of the night. Excuse me, of the second half. And Simons really looking to change it up here in this third quarter. Just over 10 minutes left to go overall left in this ball game. The 12-point game in favor of Southeast. Warriors, every time they've been able to get some momentum, Lincoln Southeast has been able to work it back. So far this season, we've seen the Warriors go back and forth, but really one of the biggest struggles last season overall was their output up against top 10 teams. We saw a lot last season. Third quarter and fourth quarter were one of their weakest points going up against Central, going up against Omaha South. Some of the top teams in the state, they really struggled last season. And working right now is going to be a big way to prove that wrong. And going to work it back. A really low-scoring game in this one. Of course, 44-33, 32 in any basketball game is going to look small. But the defense has owned these last three quarters. Warriors going to need to get the ball back up court. Almost 8 seconds, just barely gets it back over. Mitchell. They give it off to Thomas. Mitchell trying to work in the right, almost had it travel, going to give it off to Advati. And it'll be a travel on Advati. Look at that on the floor. Thought it might have been a foul. But it'll go back the Knights' way. Simon's hot on that one. Schneider in the corner trying to lose the ball. Advati on the fast break. Going to give it off to CJ Mitchell. looking at the right wing. Going to try to drive in, make something special out of it. Can't find anything. Charlie Davis going to kick it out to Caleb Benning. He's going to drive in. There'll be a foul on the floor. And it's Yagub's third of the night. Hasn't had a ton of playing time of the night, but has made some big threes. And it looks like Barrett France will come in for him. 1:03 left to go here in this third quarter. Warriors down 12, going to need some big points. Thomas, layup, and the foul. Thomas will get 2 shots. Of course, we saw earlier 1 for 2 in the last free throw opportunity. And we'll get 2 more shots from the charity strike. First shot, good. And Thomas hits both, and it's a 10-point ball game. Schneider working it back up court. Trying to drive in on C.J. Mitchell, looking for an open lane. Over to France. Cut it out to Hogan. 4-3 in the corner. Makes it look easy. And it's back to a 13-point ball game. Benning almost loses the ball. Trying to work around. Little movement. Cut out to Charlie Davis for 3 in the corner. And no good. Benning almost got the steal for the Knights. We'll try to possibly get 1 more shot off before the end of the third quarter. Warriors just going to need a really big last couple of minutes. They want to get back in this one. Not looking so good so far. Schneider trying to feel out Davis. Trying to see what he can do. Not many switches going on. France not sure what to do. Under 5 seconds. Hogan's shot is off the mark. No good. Benning's going to try to get one up. And it's no good. At the end of the third quarter, Lincoln Southeast 47, Westside 34. 8 minutes left to go here in this one. Warriors gonna need something special to take this one home. And we're back. 8 minutes left to go here in this one. Warriors looking to get it back. Thomas falls down, almost loses the ball, going to try to get back up. It's going to be a foul on Schneider. Not sure where the contact was on that one, but definitely not complaining. Going to be Schneider's 4th on the night. And Meeks give it out to Advati. Thomas for 3, no good. And the Warriors have really struggled from the 3-point arc tonight. Applegate loses the ball, going to be another turnover. Caleb Benning's going to get fouled. It's going to be Branch's 2nd on the night. And Caleb Benning 63% from the free throw line this season. And his first shot is up and good as the Warriors just hit into the bonus. Benning's second shot is up and barely squeaks in. Full court press on once again. They give it out to Schneider. 2 men on him. Meeks trying to work on him once again. Schneider going to have to get it out to Pat. Meeks, strong defensive effort so far tonight, working on Schneider. They call a foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Payson Gillespie. Okay. Looks like he might have had to reach in. If anybody, we thought it might have been on Meeks with a drive. Hogan. Layups up and no good. Rebound go the other way. Warriors down 11. Benning trying to drive in, going to kick it out to Advati. Payson Gillespie over to Meeks. Layup up and in with the floater. And Simons is going to want a timeout here in the fourth quarter. Warriors trying to get back in this one. It's a 9-point game. We've seen it happen before these last couple of seasons. Meeks has been able to do it. But the Warriors, we've really seen them have some trouble in those fourth quarter opportunities. Simons has really been talking these last couple weeks of just getting back in these fourth quarter opportunities and not letting up on the gas all 4 quarters. And even talking with Simons last night going up against Benson. Really one of the best overall 4 quarter techniques for the Warriors, just really all out. They're going to need a great rest of the fourth quarter to take this one home up against Lincoln Southeast tonight. Hogan. They try to work on Thomas. Knight struggling to find some kind of opportunity. Going to kick it out to Schneider. Schneider drives in. And they're going to call a travel on him. Ball will go the other way. Took 3 steps. And Yagub will step back into the ball game for Barrett France. Yagub, a great night for the Knights overall on his side. He's really been have a big game going up against Tate Advati. And then that big 3 to really stop the Warriors' momentum early. Meeks and Warriors really working that quick guard spread. Awkward pass and 1 in! Payson Gillespie. Do it, young fella. Puts it in. Is 1 shot away from making an 8-point ball game. And McGinnis Schneider, that's his 5th foul out of the ball game. We'll see Sam Hare come back in. Excuse me, make it a 7-point game and make it 42-47 with the 2 points. Thought we had it there. And his 3rd shot, oh, good. Still a 7-point ball game. 6:10 left to go. They're going to call a 5-second violation on Hogan, and the ball's moving the other way. Meeks going to give it off to Advati. They're going to give him on a travel. So a lot of back and forth turnover calls. Now the coach has really liked it so far tonight. Meeks trying to work on Branch, going to give it out to Applegate. Going to be a foul on the floor on Benning.
the Warriors.
Hare going to give it off to Yagub. Hogan trying to work in. Floater up and good. Seems as though there might have been a sideline warning on Lincoln Southeast. Not quite sure the full call. Warriors still trying to work that guard look. Thomas almost falls. Going to go over to Payson Gillespie. Odd body, 3 blocked. And Hogan will bring it back the other way for the Knights. His floater barely rings in. An ugly one goes through. Thomas at the right wing. Really not errant pass from Thomas. Ball's going to go the other way. Applegate, layup, too easy. And Simons needs a timeout. Momentum stop from the Warriors. Knights able to keep the lead to 13. But Westside tonight, a really struggling offense, down by 13. They've really tried to push here in this fourth quarter. They had it back down to 6 at one point. But Lincoln Southeast able to keep pushing it forward. And real quick, once again, nobody's put it up so far. But we're going to look at our Dunkin Trivia Question once again. Of course, for back-to-back years in 2019 and 2020, the Westside boys varsity basketball team made the state tournament. When is the last time these Warriors have been to the state tournament in back-to-back seasons? Of course, 1980, the only year that the Warriors have won the state championship. And they're trying to work it back. We're going to get back here in the fourth quarter. Of course, hashtag Dunkin Trivia with the correct answer. $10 gift card going to you. Thomas will give it into Meeks. And the Knights will try to look for somewhat of a press. Meeks will get it himself. Give it off to Advati. Over to Thomas for 3. No good. It's really struggled from that point. Ball's going to go back in and back the Knights' way. Under 4:30 left to go. And the Knights are just going to try to chew clock up the way they have been. Applegate, layup, up and in. Another nasty one goes down. Meeks almost broke some ankles once again. He's driving in, looking for the layup. It's good. Meeks, dirty shimmy, and puts it in. Warriors still down 13. Oh, back the other way. Caleb Benning almost had his once again. Hogan, 4-3 in the corner, no good. That'll be another foul on Yagu. Looks like have his 4th of the night. And these officials tonight on both sides have been calling some ones back and forth. Warriors are in the bonus, 1 foul away from the double bonus, and Gillespie will get a 1-and-1. Gillespie, so far this season, 6 of 6. And his shot's up and good. CJ Mitchell will come into the ball game for Tate Advati as he limps off a little bit. Gillespie's second shot is no good. And Yagub will give it up to number 11, Hare. Hare going to go over to Hogan. Hogan looking to drive in, has had a really big night for the Knights. And Lincoln Southeast will call their 5th and final timeout. And with just 3:30 left to go here in this one, Warriors still down 12. Offense has really struggled so far tonight up against the Knights. It's really been uncharacteristic from what we've seen the last couple of weeks. Tate Advati been almost silent tonight. Only has one shot up and in. Meeks has been somewhat quiet as well. Leading scorer on the night for the Warriors is Payson Gillespie, with a couple of threes in that first half, but he's really cooled down here in the second half. That's where the Knights have been able to keep a consistent lead. Of course, it was down to about 6 points earlier in that third quarter, but all the momentum that's gone the Warriors' way, the Knights have been able to work back. Applegate, layup, nasty and in. 2 men on him, and he still puts it through. Gillespie, right corner. Benning almost wanted the three, not going to do it. Going to go over to Meeks. Meeks, Warriors need something desperate, need some big moves. Cut out to Meeks, and the jumper is up and in. Warriors possibly might start thinking of foul, and ball's going to go out of the bounds, but it'll stay for the Knights. Full court press once again. Pass will go to Hare. Almost got the steal. Ball stays in. Meeks trying to still work on Applegate. Applegate will almost lose the ball. Long pass to Hogan. Hogan almost loses the ball. Wants a foul, won't get it. Both Thomas and Meeks trying to work on him and get it off to Applegate. Long pass over to Branch, and he'll get the foul. Warriors defense, which has been so good so far this season, it's really struggling so far in these last few minutes. We've seen Thomas and Meeks really working up on both Hogan and Applegate, but the rest of the defense has not been doing much of its job. And the first shot from Branch is in as Advati checks back into the ball game for C.J. Mitchell. And a struggling night for the Warriors on the offensive side of the ball, working up against one of the best defenses in the state in Lincoln Southeast. This game was known coming into it to be a defensive prowess game. Knights still working a press. Cut at the corner, Gillespie gonna lose the ball. And another turnover, Meeks, long pass gonna go out. 14-point game, Mitchell's gonna come back in. Nowhere to find a pass, almost 5 seconds, just gonna barely get it in to Hare. Hare trying to work on Mitchell, trying to make a couple moves. You have to Yagoob. And finally call a foul on C.J. Mitchell. And Advati will check back to the ball game for Mitchell. We've seen those two mix around a little bit here in the fourth quarter. First shot is up and good from Yagoob. And the second shot is up and in. We're just going to need to work the pace a little bit. Down by 16, get off to Advati. At the top of the key over to Meeks. Won't look for the three, we'll look for the jumper. and it's no good. Go back the Knights' way. And time dwindling down for the Warriors. This one not looking too good. Applegate makes the move on Reggie Thomas and gets the foul. Chandler Meeks got hit in the face. He's on the floor. They'll give him the and one. And Meeks is 5th of the night. He thought he had his feet set, but he'll come out of the ball game and foul out. And Meeks known offensively, or excuse me, defensively, as the guy that's able to get in there, and a lot of times he has some of those ticky-tack fouls that you don't want to see out of a guy that is so prominent on the defensive side of the ball. He's had a strong defensive night. Some back and forth calls have been on Meeks tonight. And the and one opportunity from Applegate is good. Advati and Mitchell still have to get it past the court. Thomas, they give it off to Mitchell. Mitchell's trying to drive in. Jumper from the outside. And it's no good. Southeast still trying to work something. Applegate's layup is up and good, and we're under a minute left to go here. And they're going to make it a 20-point lead for Lincoln Southeast. 3 from Thomas is no good. And the Knights might wind it down, might get one last shot opportunity. Branch at the top of the key. To the corner to Hogan. He'll get the foul and one. Puts it through. Makes it 68-45. And Hogan's and one is up and in, as Charlie Davis will check into the ball game as well with Brayden Gregorich and Logan Wilson. Three from the corner from Charlie Davis, no good. Looks like the Knights will run out the clock on this one. Warriors will go to 4-2. Lincoln Southeast will even it up at 1-1 on the season. You'll see the Warriors here next up against Omaha Bryan on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Leading scorer for the Warriors, 16 points of Paisley Gillespie, another 32 from Hogan for the Knights. And Lincoln Southeast takes it home here at Westside High School. Lincoln Southeast with the win. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to get you guys to the post-game show. Lincoln Southeast 69, Westside 45.